Good morning, year one, and happy Thursday. Welcome to your math lesson. So today we're continuing with our place value to 50 units, but we're practicing something that we practiced in multiplication lesson a few weeks back. We're practicing counting in twos today. So our learning objective is to count in twos. And our success criteria is identify things that come in twos, explain why we count in twos with your fingers, count in twos by playing whisper shout, and count in twos by colouring in 100 square. So let's begin with our fast 5 questions. So this morning we are just practicing our addition, okay? So you can use whatever you want to help you with these questions. You might just use your fingers, you might be able to do it in your head, or you might use some resources from around your house to help you collect these amounts and then add them together. However you do it, up to you. Remember, you can pause between each question to give yourself a chance to work out the answer. Okay, so let's begin. Number 1, 2 plus 6 equals what? Number 2, 8 plus 5 equals what? Number 3, 11 plus 4 equals what? Number 4, 17 add 2 equals what? And number 5, 9 add 8 equals what? Okay, let's see how you got on then. So, number 1, 2 plus 6 equals 8. Number 2, 8 plus 5 equals 13. Number 3, 11 plus 4 equals 15. Number 4, 17 plus 2 equals 19. And number 5, 9 plus 8 equals 17. How did you get on? How many did you get right? Great work. Okay, so Stevie's big question today is, why do I need to know how to count in twos? Good question, Stevie. Can you pause here to see if you can have a think about why we might need to know how to count in twos? All right, I wonder what you said. So here are some pictures to help us understand why we might need to count in twos. So as you can see here, each picture shows us 2 of something. So we've got a pair of socks or 2 socks, 2 cards, a pair of gloves, a pair of eyes, 2 on a dice, 2 flowers in a vase. What can we see on this pig here? What can we see that comes in twos on this pig? Pause the screen to see all the things, name all the things that we can count in twos on this pig. Okay, let's see if you got them all. So he has 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 buttons on his dungarees, 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 feet. So lots of twos. And what about this girl here? Can you pause the screen to see which things we can count in twos on this girl? Okay, so she has 2 eyes, 2 ears, although we can't see the other one, 2 arms and 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 feet. And then what about the bicycle? The bicycle has 2 wheels and 2 pedals. So lots of things come in twos, which is why it can be really handy to know how to count in twos. But not just that, it's also a lot quicker than counting in ones. So here's our vocabulary for today. So we have this word here. Can you sound it out and see if you can work out what it says? Pears. Now, do you think we're talking about pears like the fruit that we eat? No, we are not. We're talking about pairs as in a set of 2 things. So for example, there is a pair of pencils in this pot and a pair of gloves. And we're also going to talk about skip counting today. So skip counting is counting forwards or backwards by a number other than 1. So if you're counting in ones, you're not skip counting, but you can skip count in 2s, in 3s, in 4s, in any number. So skip counting is counting forwards or backwards by a number other than 1, a number that isn't 1. Okay, so we're going to do this one together. So I'd like you to practice counting in 2s with your fingers. So there's some pictures here to help you, to show you what it will look like. And there's a number line to show our skip counting in 2s. Okay, so I'll have a go first at counting the numbers, and then I'd like you to join in. So listen carefully and see if you can have a go in a minute. So starting from 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Did you follow the different hands showing the different numbers? Amazing. Now let's see if you can join in. So say the numbers and show me the fingers. We'll go slowly to begin with. So starting from 2, show me 2 fingers. 4, show me 4 fingers. 6, show me 6 fingers. 8, show me 8 fingers. And 10, show me 10 fingers. Great job. So skip counting in 2s is the same as adding 2 more each time. Let's try one more time now. So this is over to you. So you say the numbers, skip counting in 2s, and show your fingers at the same time. So pause the screen to have a go at that now. Great job, guys. Okay, so this time we're going to have a go at whisper shout, because that's another way to help us remember how to count in 2s. So we whisper all the numbers in red and shout the numbers in blue on this number line. And that will help us to skip count. So I'll have a turn first. You can listen carefully so that you know what you're doing, and then we'll have a go together. So listen really carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when we play whisper shout, we are whispering the numbers that are not counting in 2s, and every other number is a counting in 2s number. So your turn now to have a go with me. So whisper the red numbers, shout the blue numbers, and that will help us to skip count in 2s. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Now it's your turn to have a go on your own. So pause the screen here to try a whisper shout game. Okay, so now we're going to have a go at circling all of the numbers that we say when we count in 2s, when we skip count in 2s, and look for a pattern. So I'm going to start. Do I need to circle the number 1? No, I start with the number 2. I skip 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So far I've skip counted in twos all the way up to 20. I wonder, what do you think the next number is going to be? What am I going to say next if I'm counting in twos from 20? Did you say 22? Great job. What about the next number? Did you say 24? Amazing. And what's next? 26, that's right. And what's next? That's right, 28. And then 30. Now what? That's right, 32. And then 34. And then 36. And then 38. Then 40. Okay, now can you pause the screen and work out what the next few numbers are going to be? So what are the next few numbers if we count all the way up to 50 in twos? So pause here and then we'll come back to see if you're right. Okay, let's see if you were right. So the next number is 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. Did you get those numbers too? Great job. So now that we've circled all of those numbers, skip counting in 2 up to 50, have a really close look. What patterns can you see? Pause again here to have a think. So did you notice that the ones follow a pattern? So if we look at the first row, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So there are 2 ones, 4 ones, 6 ones, 8 ones, and how many ones are there in 10? That's right, 0 ones. And then if we look at the next row, we can see the ones are also following the same pattern. There's 2 ones in 12, 4 ones in 14, 6 ones in 16, 8 ones in 18, and 0 ones in 20. Let's have a look at the next row. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. So the ones follow a pattern. And the 100 square helps us to see that pattern because we can look down each column and see those 2 ones down here, 4 ones, 6 ones, 8 ones, 0 ones. So when we start from 0 and count in twos, starting with 2, we can see that pattern of 2 ones, 4 ones, 6 ones, 8 ones, 0 ones. And that will continue through if you keep counting past 50. Okay, so now it's time for your main task. So if you head over to Teams, in your assignment, there is 100 square that you can either print off or just use to help you with your counting. So I want you to use that 100 square to practice skip counting in twos. If you've printed it off, have a go at colouring in that 100 square. So just like I did just now, showing you by circling each number when we skip counted in twos, can you have a go at either circling the numbers or colouring them in on the 100 square? And having a go at using resources in your house to help you count in twos. So remember all those things that we talked about before that come in pairs, you might find some of those around your house. So pairs of socks will probably be the most obvious one. You probably have the most of those, or pairs of shoes, anything that comes in twos, or you could just pick any random objects and just group them in twos to help you practice. So upload any photos of you having a go at that. And then as a stretch challenge, I'd like you to say what pattern you can see when we count in twos. And again, just upload that as a photo onto the Teams assignment. Okay, thank you everybody. See you later.